Now, the Joint Parliamentary Committee, which is looking into this idea of simultaneous polls, that how we can introduce the simultaneous polls, it has come up with an idea that we can impose curbs on introduction of no confidence motion if the government which is in power just have 1 year remaining. Okay, that is something which this committee is looking into. This topic you can associate with the polity section of your prelim syllabus. Let's understand the news first. First and foremost, you need to understand what is this idea of simultaneous elections. So it basically talks about aligning the election cycle of the Lok Sabha with that of state assemblies. Okay, this would allow the voters to cast their vote for both the tiers of government, that is state as well as the national level, on the same day in their constituency, although when it comes to voting, it could occur in phases across the country. So this would be done by synchronizing the electoral timelines, and this is being done so that we can reduce the logistic cost and minimize the disruption caused by frequent elections, because the model code of conduct is in force, so that impacts the governance. Now, when it comes to this Joint Parliamentary Committee, which is looking into this bill on simultaneous election, it is considering that to give effect to this simultaneous election thing, what we can do is we can introduce a bar when it comes to introduction of no confidence motion against the government in power if it is left with only 1 year of its term. Now, why the panel is thinking of this particular idea? Because this is something that we have in place with respect to Panchayati Raj institution in certain states. Like this is something that we have in case of Tamil Nadu. So, no confidence motion in case of the Panchayati Raj institutions in case of the state of Tamil Nadu. The act says that no confidence motion cannot be moved in the last year of the term against the certain Panchayat office bearers. But this goes in contrast with what we have in case of Karnataka, because recently Karnataka government in February itself, it has given a ruling that there should not be any limit when it comes to, there should not be any ban when it comes to introduction of no confidence motion, even if the Panchayati Raj institution office bearers are left with 1 year, okay, when it comes to their term. Why? Because if we impose this ban, this would allow them to misuse their office in the remaining tenure. Now, from a prelims perspective, we need to understand that what is the difference between no confidence motion and censor motion. Now, censor motion, it is usually passed to raise concern with respect to specific policies and actions of a particular minister or a particular ministry. But when it comes to no confidence motion, it is basically introduced to check whether the Council of Ministers enjoy the confidence of the Lok Sabha or not, because this goes with the idea of responsible government outlined under Article 75, Clause 3 of the Indian Constitution. So, when it comes to censor motion, for its introduction, the MP has to state the reason that why the Lok Sabha should adopt this. But when it comes to no confidence motion, no reason needs to be stated for its adoption. And one more thing that you need to keep in mind is when it comes to no confidence motion and the censor motion also, it could be introduced only in the Lok Sabha and not in the Rajya Sabha. Okay. Then it can be moved against an individual minister or a group of minister or the entire council of minister. Okay, this is with respect to censor motion. But no confidence motion deals with responsible government, so it would be moved against the entire council of ministers only, not against a single minister. And when it comes to censor motion, if it is passed in the Lok Sabha, it does not mean that the council of ministers have to resign. Okay, it simply means that, okay, the concern which the MP was having, that is right. But if this no confidence motion get passed, then in that case, the council of minister has to resign. And for the no confidence motion, we only need simple majority. Okay, that's all that we need to know in today's analysis.